Hello, how's everyone doing? I am here with another message. And if you saw my title, trigger warning for y'all that watch this video. Trying to think how I'm gonna let this flow. I try not to think about what I'm gonna say. I try to let it just flow through. Once in a while I do a video and I have to delete it because it don't flow the right way. I need to make sure that y'all can understand it and the energy is right. If the energy is not right, I will delete the message and start again. So hopefully I don't have to do that on this one. So, how I'm gonna go by this? I'm gonna just let it flow. Alright. If you saw the title, you know, they got the N word, the H word, and the B word. Y'all know what those are, okay? The N word, the nigga word. Yes, we'll go straight into it. First and foremost, I use it. Yes, I do. I use it in a heartbeat. Sometimes y'all see me look, I'll be about to say it and I catch myself. I use it. And I know in this world we're like, why are we doing this? You shouldn't be calling people niggas and this and that or whatever. It's a word. It's just a word. Now this is where the trigger gonna come in. Y'all gonna be like, but we was oppressed in slavery and this and that. So we went through something, right? No different than today. You're going through something. Push through. Push on. Using certain words is not condemning you if you allow it to condemn you. You understand? So let me break it down. When it comes to race, we're going to just stick to the black and white for right now. When it comes to race, and we look at the nigger word, the one with the hard ER or with the O on the end, either or, right? We look at it as a defense. As our black people, we use it with each other, all right? We use it with each other, but as soon as somebody outside that color calls us that, we're pissed to the max because it takes us back to slavery time. Well, you're in slavery time now, so what's the difference? It's just a new day and age slavery. What's the difference? This is what I'm trying to get at is this. We get so caught up on words so quick. It's just words, child. It's just a word. Like, if I say happy, you're going to get mad. Oh, y'all do get mad when somebody say happy, too. Y'all get mad off of words. Something that you can't even see. You just hear it. That's it. It's up to you to chop that word in half and say, that's not me, or do I accept the word or not? Every time when a person out of that race calls somebody the N-word or something like that, everybody ready to fight. But then you call your fellow person those words and it's okay. If it's what they say, if it ain't for the goose, ain't for the gander. So at the end of the day, it's like, why are you getting mad because somebody else saying something? If you know you're not that, then why are you tripping? Why are you tripping for? People are going to express the way they want to express. Don't matter if you like it or not. But that's where you set your boundaries. You allow a person to know, like, hey, that's something that I don't appreciate. That's a word that I don't feel comfortable with you saying. And go from there. Even if it's a person that could be on some hateful stuff and saying something to you, you do not have to acknowledge it. Just walk away. Like, walk away. If somebody say call you out of your name or whatever, walk away. It's no different with the B word. Every time I turn around, you hear people be like, don't call me a B or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm the same. Don't call me a B. Show me the respect. But then there are females that do like to be called B's because they call their friends B's. But then as soon as a guy called them one, now they're pissed. At the end of the day, we are all a contradiction. The same stuff that we hate for somebody to call us, we do on our own time. And it's okay. Just like the N-word. There are a lot of people that use the N-word. A lot. So I bet you every single white person said at least once in their head. It may not came out, but they said it. No different than you have called them out of their name as well. Like, when we acknowledge, we all do it. But we get so caught up in the past. Oh, but our ancestors, they went through so much in the world and this and that, and it was wrong what they called us and this and that. It's words. It's what brought strength to you. It's what gives you strength to keep going. It's just a word. The act that happened is what's bad. The words is just words. But we get so stuck in the past. We get stuck so much in the past. We want to be so caught up in the past because at the end of the day, the ones that stood up for our rights, that's who y'all holding on to because you scared to be that person yourself. Let's call it what it is. You're scared to be that person yourself. So you hold on to the past. Not saying that we can't acknowledge these people that have done things for us, but I bet you I bet you they probably like, man, I wish these niggas would go ahead on. Like we dealt that. We went through that so y'all can get to the next stage, and now y'all gonna sit here and stay back here with us and keep bringing the past up. Why we getting stuck on pain? Why you want to be stuck in pain? Why we gonna keep talking about pain? Oh, okay. You want to tell the history to the next child and the next child. Of course, we need to understand things, but when we're gonna actually step on the change? We are the new next Harriet Tubmans, the next Martin Luther King Jr., so forth, so on. We are that. So when we gonna step on that? Who's gonna stand up next? I forgot we're gonna hold on to them. Waiting for them to come be resurrected from the dead to come back and do the job, finish the job. Is that what it is? So you think Harriet Tubman sitting back and y'all trying to wait for her to free us again out of what we going through now? So y'all get mad when somebody say the N-word. Nigga, 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 nigga. I'm gonna say it for you. It is what it is. If you don't like it, cool. Keep it pushing. It ain't that serious. Ain't no different person call you ugly or stupid. What you do? You ignore and keep on going. You are what you accept. If you don't like something, then keep it pushing. Like the B word, then like the B's and the O's, you know. If you get mad at, apparently you feel that's you. I'm not gonna get mad off of something that is not me. Because if I acknowledge it, I'm like that. And if I start getting upset, then a part of me must feel that that's what I am. Somebody must be calling me out, and I'm accepting the invitation. But some people like it. Some people like to be called a hoe. Some people like to be called a bitch. Some people like to be called the N-word. Let them be called what they want to be called. If you don't feel like being called that, then just ignore it or say, hey, look, that's something I don't like. Like back in the day when I had friends, back in the day. Now, the females that I was around, they'll call each other the B word. I'll be like, no, you ain't gonna call me that. You call me by my name. No, child of God, but you ain't gonna call me that. And they had an understanding. Whenever they was around their friends, they'll call them that. But when it came to me, if they felt like they was about to say, they stopped themselves. Because they knew that I respected myself a different way. I handled myself a different way. And matter of fact, in my entire life, only one person said it's called me a B word to my face. Only one. Nobody else ever done that. Because I walk in the authority. You're not going to do that. You're going to respect me. But if you do say it, I know that's not me, so why am I tripping? So when I come back to this whole contradiction thing, a lot of people, if people feel that that's what make them feel good, let them hear it. Let them do what they want to do. If you don't line up with it, then it's cool. Just say, hey, I don't line up with it. That ain't what I like. And even if a person of the opposite, race come up and call you the hard, N-word, you ain't got to accept it. Just keep on pushing. Just like, okay, cool. Prime example for myself. When I had 2 jobs. One job, I was the only black female working with nothing but white women. In my other job, I was the only black female working with nothing but white men. They the same just like us. Exactly the same. Act just the same. Like, literally, I'm the only black person and everybody else white. And I was just as comfortable as if they was black because they act just like us. They think just like us. It's just about the same. They just say the opposite, but it's all the same. There was a time I was working at one job with the females, and this one white lady, she has black friends, which is cool. Like, we all need to, mix and mingle. And I guess because she had black friends, she was talking to somebody one day, and somebody came at her the wrong way. And she literally told me, she's like, yeah, I got pissed off. I told them I ain't no porch nigga. Excuse me. I was like, what? She just came off and said that. Now, for me being black, I could have been took that as disrespect, been pissed or whatever. That's her story. Why am I going to trip about it? So I've heard more people say hate more worse things than that. Like, I don't have to accept that's what she said. I don't have to sit back and be tripping off of it. It's her words, her vocabulary. It's words. Now, you take a knife out and try to cut me, or a gun and put it to my head, and then we got a problem. We got a problem. Like, why is it that we so hold on to these words, and then you still living your life jacked up? You get mad because somebody out of your race call you something, but then at the end of the day, you disrespectful to your own race. Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. You dog out your own race, but then as soon as somebody from outside your race call you something, you're pissed. Contradictions is crazy, ain't it? We so hard on all of these words, but then when the real stuff that's going on out here in the world, y'all can't even acknowledge that. So if you want to be called the B word, you want to be called a hoe, that's fine by me, shucks. If you lining up with the definitions, then go for it. Have at it. If that's how you feel like you get excitement and endearment, go for it. Have at it. But if you come at me, I'm going to just say, look, hey, nah, I don't appreciate that word. Because I'm not going to sit back and tell you not to call me something, and then I do the opposite. That ain't how it works. If I'm not gonna say it to you, so don't say it to me. And that's cool. But if a person wants to utilize those things, then go right ahead. The thing about it is this: as long as a person's heart is in the right place, okay? Because everything has a positive and a negative. Everything in the world. You can say the N word in a positive, and you can say the N word in a negative. The B word in a positive and a negative. Same word for, oh, it is what it is. She could take it as a good thing or a bad thing. It is. Every word can be utilized both ways. It's all about how you use it. Y'all can debate me all day. Don't care. I ain't going to go back and forth with you. You me talking to the hand or to something else, because I ain't going to go back and forth with you on it. But we're literally, like, when I sit back and watch the world, we get so pissed because somebody calls you something. But you don't look at the fact you be calling somebody else something as well. You don't look at the fact that you be disrespectful to people as well. But it's only cool when you're doing it. I don't care if you sanctified or whatever. You think it. May not come out of your mouth, but you think it. It's still the same. A thought is a thought. A word is a word. All I know is, like, the stuff that we hold on to, like when it comes to the past, like slavery, it was a hard thing for people of color had to go through. But at the same time, we have choices too on a lot of things. We look at the struggle, but we don't look at the situation and how it could have been changed. No different than now. We look at the bad, but we don't look at how we can find the good in the situation. How we can uplift each other in the situation. Like, don't matter who you are in the world. We're so hard on words and stuff that we're not even realizing that action is what matters the most. It's not what you say, and it's how they say, not what you say, it's how you say things, but at the same time, your actions is what matters. I can say every bad word in the world. Does that mean I'm a bad person? No different than I can read every word in the dictionary. Does that mean I'm a good person? Like, I hope I'm making sense here. We're so stuck to the trauma, but you're talking about growth. How can you get over trauma when you're stuck? When are we going to push forward? When are we going to give ourselves a chance to let go of trauma? This is the thing. We don't have to hold on to the bad. When we talk about history, if you want to talk about history and how it affected us in history, every race out there, because every race has their own dramatic history event that has happened. Every race out in the world has had their own dramatic thing. Y'all have a choice now. Do we want to hold on to the negative or focus on the positive? Focus on the people that got out of the situation, the ancestors that pushed forward. Are we just going to focus on that? Because if we start focusing on just that part, then now you're giving everyone strength. You're giving everyone positivity, something they can hold on to. But it sounds like in our world, we focus so much on the negative part, and then we find our way to attach ourselves to it and wonder why we can't grow the way we need to. And I get it, you probably saying, well, we need both to understand. Well, technically, no. If you focus on the strength, that's already telling you had to go through a trial and tribulation to get to the strength. Right? Right. There was a process. So now how are we going to take those words, those things that we went through in our past, and utilize it to help us to grow, to move forward in life? How can we take a slavery moment? So let's go back to slavery, since y'all like to stay there. Okay, slavery back in the day, you had white folks over the black people, okay? So you had maybe, let's say, 2 slave masters and 20 slaves, okay? 2 slave masters and 20 slaves. We're going to just use that because that's how some of them was. All right. What about that situation could have been changed? If you are in a situation and you know people are doing something hateful to you, yes, you can pray and all of that, okay? But God give you knowledge on how to get out of something. It's no different than an escape room. If somebody kidnap you right now and put you in an escape room and put you in a room, are you going to sit there all day? Or are you going to try to figure a way to get out? You have a 50-50 chance, a 50% chance they're going to kill you, and a 50% chance that you can live. So back in the day, when there was 2 slave masters and 20 slaves on the plantation, there was a choice where you could have chose, okay, we got a 50-50% chance where we can take these people out and push forward. You ain't even had to kill them. You could have tied them up and ran to the next location. So, how we can utilize, and I know y'all gonna be pissed because I said it, but it's facts. No different in your community now. And y'all dealing with these political people, and they're telling you these things or whatever, right? Why is it that we're not standing up the right way? Why we're not handling things the right way? Why we're not communicating the right way? Because we still in a slavery mindset. And the crazy thing is, y'all, yeah, black people, we get it bad. But the white ones getting it too. Don't be fooled. They become the slaves in their own plantation. And when we start realizing that everybody is in a slavery right now, we won't be worrying about the words anymore. We all suffering. We all going through different things. But we so worried about the words and what somebody call us out of our names and this and that we not even paying attention that you are a slave. You go to a job, right? Go to a job and you working. And you only get, 1 week or maybe 2 weeks off a year for vacation. Slave. Sick leave. Slave. Tell me when we're not a slave. You working all this time, and then you have the majority of your checking and taken away to go to a system that may not be even promised to you by the time you get of age. Slave. Let me know when I'm wrong. But y'all worried about somebody calling you the nigger, or the hard ER, or the bitch, or the hoe. Y'all worried about that. People in contracts, slaves. You work all this, go work day and night, and barely can survive. Doing videos and movies and stuff like that. And like, how many of y'all have amazing ideas for movies and stuff, but people don't want you to put it out there because if they don't feel like they can benefit or they can make it look like it was their idea, your stuff can't get pushed through. Why is it that we can't put everybody idea out here in the world? Slave. Every race goes through it. So who are the niggas? All of us. Every single one of us. Don't matter what color you are, you won now. Welcome to the new land. Welcome to the new land. That's what we own. We are the plantation. The world's the plantation. Y'all didn't know that? Yeah, the world the plantation. Every single one of y'all a slave. How many y'all barely surviving? Up or lower level. Don't matter where you at. How many barely surviving? How many of y'all are in a position where every time you turn around, you're going to the doctors for medication because your mental is going crazy, your body breaking down? Slave. But we worry about the words. We worry about somebody calling the N word, the B word, the H word. We worry about all of that. Well, all of us slaves. So who's going to go to the master and stand up to the master? How y'all doing? I'm free. I'm going to stay free. Ain't going to be nobody's slave. Guarantee, promise that. Lifetime warranty. So while y'all hooked on these words and they whipping y'all with whips and chains, I'm going to go out here and do what I got to do. So if y'all want to sit back and stick on to these words, go right ahead. Stay a slave the rest of your life. But if you want change, let's focus on the things, focus on the things that we can actually put a foot forward on, where we have to take actual action on. I'm not worrying about imaginary words. You see me talking? Do you see any words coming out of my mouth? You hear it, but you can't see anything. How many of y'all cut yet? It's crazy that your brain been programmed that a word is going to cut you. Ain't that something? You made, like, they program you with an imaginary knife to cut the words. They can't even touch you. But I forgot, your vibrations of who you are, the God in you, can't block it because your vibrations are low. But when you have God in you, it won't even mess with you. Those words won't even bother you. They'll bounce off right back to the person. Like I said, if you feel comfortable and that's what you want to call people, these words, go right ahead. Sure, sometimes I be wanting to say certain words my daggone self. It's in my head. I don't let everything flow out. But that's my truth. I can say what the heck I want to say. I'm not going to disrespect the person, so that's why some things stay in my mind. But I show you the N-word in a heartbeat. I'll spell it out to you sometimes. Shucks, mess with me. I say it, spell it out so quick. That's me. And I own up to it. Don't care. Don't care. If in my way, if you acting like something, I must call you something. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I act like one. Sure do. I have to. Y'all take advantage of folks so much. Sometimes I gotta act like one. It's life. It is what it is. But my heart in the right place, though. Long my heart in the right place, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I gotta stand up for myself. But at the same time, I realize that if I don't agree with something, I don't have to accept it. That's where you have to be at. That's where your mind has to be at. Everything that somebody says to you, you don't have to acknowledge. It's no different than these kids. When these kids go to school, what happens? Some kid call them out of their name. As parents, what we say? Don't let that bother you. You know who you are. Don't let it bother you. So why the heck you ain't taking your own information, your own knowledge? I don't care if all of y'all curse me out right now. It ain't gonna bother me, it's words. Now you roll up on me, we'll have a problem. And I ain't gotta touch you. I'm gonna just let my spirit reach out and touch you. I'm gonna uppercut the mess out of you. And I stand on it. That's one thing. I'm not a fighter. I'm not the type that's going to put my hands on you. But my God is amazing. It may not come when you want it, but it'll be right on time. That's all I got to say. So, I ain't gonna stay on this subject long. I'm just saying this, y'all. We can be civil rights leaders all day long and talk about, worried about what people call us out our names and stuff, and throw it back to slavery all day, but you the new slave, so what's the difference now? We all slaves. Well, y'all slaves. Because you have to accept that that's what you are. I acknowledge I was one. I was. But I ain't more because I realize what the world is doing. So for me and my purpose in my life, I'm going to go straight ahead and attack the things that make no sense in this world, because in order for change, we got to go hit the nonsense first. Acknowledge what is nonsense and get to the truth. Y'all so stuck on the appetizer, y'all don't even realize that your entree is about to be served to y'all. It's going to be sweet for me when I receive the dessert. That's all I got to say. But I think I'm going to end this message. All I say is this, man. Y'all stop letting these words mess with y'all. I don't care what race call you out of your name, say something to you. Y'all can go back to slavery all day in the back years ago, but you got to recognize you in it now. Every single race is in it now. So at the end of the day, y'all can sit back and get pissed off and all of this stuff. All you got to do is, if somebody says something to you, just let them know you don't like it. And then go from there or walk away. That's what I do. But at the end of the day, if somebody wants to be called that and they feel comfortable to be called that, allow them. That's their life. Let them do them. Let them be them. We're not going to always agree on everything. The whole thing is, if your heart is in the right place, so long as God is in it, and you loving people no matter what they do, what they say, how they say it, that's all that matters. That's it. Y'all make life so difficult. It's the simplest things in the world, but y'all got to, y'all make it so difficult. It's so goddamn difficult. You want to stand on something, stand on truth. Stand on reality. Stand on faith. Stand on that. Stop standing on this fake facade. This illusion. This dumb mess y'all made up. Call it what it is. It's dumb. Dumb. It's like the dumb leading the dumb. Shucks, you ain't gotta be blind. Y'all seeing and still can't see nothing. And this not for everyone, because there are some people out here that acknowledge what I'm saying, you know. Always remember, anytime I say a message, there are people that is on the same brain frequency I'm on, whatever that topic can be. But if it triggers you, then join the dumb list. Sorry, but not sorry. I played a dummy before. Not because I was dumb, because it was part of my plan and purpose. Sometimes you gotta play the fool sometimes to think somebody think they can get over. So at the end of the day, what they playing, like somebody said, at the end of the day, they playing chess. I'm at checkers while I'm playing chess. I know what the heck I'm doing. It's like a game. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get off. It's like a game. I teach my kids this all the time. Like when you play checkers or chess, just because you can take a piece out doesn't mean you need to do it. Sometimes a lot of person think they winning, and then that's when you get them. I'm throwing it out. It's like, it's crazy. I'm giving you the truth. I'm giving it to y'all, and it's still gonna go over your heads. That's the crazy thing about this goddamn world. Anywho, y'all niggas be good. Y'all have a blessed day.